Any of you know how ChatGPT actually works? You only type a question, it gives you answer. That's what you know. That's not the way to use ChatGPT. Something called prompt. Recently, there will be this new designation in the world. People are saying that you need to be a prompt expert. You should know to run.
Are you ready to take your digital marketing game to the next level? Unlock a world of possibilities with free guides and software. Click the links in the video description below to access invaluable resources for enhancing your marketing strategy. Don't wait, click now and become a digital marketing pro.
ChatGPT related any AI software, right? So you need to understand. So as I said, imagine with the ChatGPT or maybe like an iPhone. All of us in the world have iPhone, but not too much people understand photography. So you need to understand photography so that when you use an iPhone, you can take a better picture. Same things happens with on ChatGPT. ChatGPT is free for everybody, but if you're an expert into marketing or branding, you will ask a very specific question and get a very valid article on branding. But if you don't know anything of branding, just a great designation or some stupid designation like I'm an expert, I'm an enthusiast, whatever, with that you will type a stupid question, outcome will be stupid. So input is equal to output. Think about it. Very simple. Input is equal to output. So like having an iPhone will not change your world to become a better photographer. Or having a ChatGPT will never make you a smarter person or an expert. How you use it is where the trick lies. So I need to learn to upgrade. Most of my friends, colleagues, most of them, they are actually outdated and irrelevant. So that's the reason I try to rejuvenate. I behave like a student. I read all the time and always challenge myself.
Because this is what I love. This is what kicks me.
Because
actually everybody has been waiting for this session right now because even in the senior batch and junior batch, people are just going aware that we need to attend this session. This is a very recent topic on ChatGPT, and everybody is interested in knowing what actually this ChatGPT is going to do in the future.
I'm truly excited for this topic, and what a wonderful topic you've chosen.
Not just the ChatGPT, in fact, there are around 2,000 over of AI similar to that has already come. Only what has happened, ChatGPT has already sparked that, that curiosity that it can do wonder. But believe me, with the help of ChatGPT, you will see not much thing will happen for people who are stupid. I'll give you a very simple example. We all know that getting up 5 o'clock in the morning and running in the morning and not eating junk food, not smoking and drinking is good for health. How many people continue to go to a gym after paying their gym subscription in the month of January? 70% drop by 15th of February worldwide. So when something comes, we all jump in, but we really don't know how to use it. But here, going to gym will reduce your metabolism or your health. It will gradually do. What ChatGPT will do is going to be dangerous. So that I'm going to talk. So you cannot ignore such AI. ChatGPT is just, I will use here, in fact, ChatGPT as a metaphor or maybe an analogy. Many things are coming. I will also talk on those, which is far more richer, and ChatGPT will get intelligent as we go. So it's going to be, but people think that with the help of this software, they will able to, crack things. On the other side, there will be many other things happening around it. So I'm going to talk all the stuff. So there are right now 40 people.
Okay. We'll just be having a formal introduction.
Okay,
and then we'll start up.
So on that note, I would like to urge Kushal to please introduce her. We've been talking, but let's introduce first.
Guys, a warm and hearty welcome again. My fellow Mendavians, I welcome you back to Conversation, the Marathon 3.0. With our esteemed guests lined up to enlighten you on all the various topics that are currently in trend. On that note, I would like to welcome our first speaker. I have a long introduction that I took out from LinkedIn and other sources of Shubhabroto sir, but I am not going to use that. To name a few, he has been a keynote speaker at Global Digital Marketing Summit, Branding 360, Hong Kong World, and there the list goes on and on. But what I like about Shubhabroto sir is when I had the first conversation with him, He was that person who had a vision. He's a visionary who wants to change people's lives. What did he say to me was, is this session offline or online? And I presume that he would be wanting it online, of course, so that he doesn't have an hassle. But what he urged me to do is he wanted to have a session offline, which we are planning to do in the future. Let's see, let's hope that happens. But he wanted to talk to all the students like you and change your thoughts. That is a person that I was inspired by, and I was really looking forward to the session.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Absolutely. I'll tell you something interesting is that when I realized that AI, I always, since I'm a student and I believe that I'm a student and I don't know maybe 90% of the thing around me. I only know maybe not even 10%. I don't know. And whatever 10% I know as of 2022 is 30% or 50% become irrelevant in 2023. So maybe I know less than 5%, right? So whatever I know is getting outdated. So because digital arena or digital ecosystem is like that. Whatever you know, you cannot bask in the past glory. That's the problem. Most of us, I've seen professors, I've seen, I go to around 60 colleges across India. I've been speaking across Singapore, international speeches. I see the same phenomenon is there, right? Most of the people are outdated. Most of the professors are outdated. Most of the teachers are outdated because they believe their teacher. They believe their professor. Most of the professors are not. They are all theoretically very, 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 skilled. But when it comes to practical, they are not. Most of the people who have joined as a sales marketing professor in an university was working in the sales 15 years back, so he has no relationship with what is happening, right? So I am worried about. So when I get this opportunity, when I was, Kushal was got in touch with me, I was excited. What I do, why I'm excited, is that all these 43 people here, if I can change at least 4 people's life, is what I get out of this. You're not paying me any fees for this, but my fees is I get my fees when I see 4 people question me and I guide them through my good advice or whatever you call it, and I change their life, I impact their life. That is important because such opportunity, not much people. Because I have seen people coming, talking in the forum, and going away. After that, they really don't care who is, So I told Kushal, whenever you are having, I will only speak less, and I will have a more Q&A session, and all of you can go to my LinkedIn. All of you can send me a request. I think you will get a follower request because my 30% limit is over. 30,000 the limit is already over 5 years back. So whatever you send me a request, I will try to accept. And you ask me question, not today, tomorrow, in the next, till the time I am alive, I'm going to advise you.
So what inspiring thoughts, sir. Just, it's so fascinating that being in the industry and just thinking like this, that if I change 4 people's lives, that's very inspiring thoughts.
I'll tell you why. Because when I were in your place, we didn't got any mentors. We didn't got any advisors. We used to look for, his uncle, my friend's uncle, his dad working in a great company. I used to go and wait for him to speak to him in the evening when he's back from the office, and asked to ask him because there were no Google, there were no search engine, there were no newspapers where we could get. So I still remember I wanted to be a filmmaker. So I didn't know where to apply. So I went to, someone told me NID, National Institute of Design, you should apply in MICA, you should apply in Jamia Millia. I went to Delhi. By the time I went to Jamia Millia, the door was closed. So we went through hell. We went through, we didn't know what is available. We don't know where to get what. So the idea is to, whenever I come and speak or gets opportunity, I try to make it a point. What I haven't got, I want to give it back.
So, sir, the endless list of achievements, you all can go and search Subrato Chakravarti on Google. You can get the list of achievements. So, without any further ado, sir, the stage, which is obviously virtual, is all yours on the topic how ChatGPT is going to change the future of marketing.
Great.
Over to
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for such kind words. I'm also privileged. I'm so happy that you invited me. I'm so happy that I got the opportunity to meet all these 50 young students who may be better than me. At your age, I was not that good. I'm sure. So I will maybe through your questions, I will learn. So allow me to share the screen. So welcome to my session. I hope we will have a very exciting time. So without much uh, wasting, let me start. Let me first start with, I went to a conference few months back, and you can see from my presentation, I use my working slides. I don't make a cut paste slide, which I was telling to your friend 5 minutes before. So this is Martin Sorrell, the king of marketing and advertising world. He owns around 60% of the maybe the advertising industries companies across the globe. WPP, so in India, as we call it, WPP Group is the. He was. I mean, he is. I guess he's no more right now. He got stepped down, but he used to be. Few months back was the the sole king of the advertising industry. So he used this word that the toothpaste has been left the tube and it cannot put it back. This is what has happened across industry. Now, before I get into ChatGPT, all of you, I'm sure, will have no idea what is happening across the ecosystem. You must understand to understand ChatGPT and the repercussion and the impact that ChatGPT or similar AI is going to happen to your world and my world in the next 10 to 12 months, right? The first thing, I think most of us, most of the CXO marketing people, you should understand branding, how it works, and the finances. And there's something called MarTech. MarTech, I don't know how many of you understand. MarTech is what is happening right now. We are into 4.0. So MarTech is all about when marketing marries technology is what is happening, right? So MarTech is right now what I see. We are right now standing, and that's the reason we are all getting thrilled by what is happening around us. Now, if you understand, this is a word called the marketing technology. The word itself germinated in the 2014 by Harvard Business Review magazine. This is the page of the magazine, which I took a screenshot and I put it here. This was the first time a new terminology or a designation came in the world. It is marketing technologist, right? So all the people, old school people who are only into marketing is going to be outdated. 70% of the marketing people with old MBA degree will not work. So this is what we see right now happening, right? Next is, now these are certain all actual slides which the founder and the president of Mindshare, Sam Balsara is one of the renowned and the stalwart, top-notch executive and the founder of this advertising and media agency that rather he used these slides. I took a screenshot and these are so interesting to see. Now, if you see the business need the top-notch talent and we are missing placement in the tier one from the institute, which means in a job offer in IIM Ahmedabad in 2021, the most of the job offer came from consult. If you see this, consulting came more, and right, FMCG, technology, BSFI, and others. And if you see here, advertising and marketing was not there. They're not hired. They were not hiring people from IIM. So jobs were more into consulting. Now, what I'm going to say in this slide has a relation in my next slides. Okay. Next is we need this, right? So what is happening right now? The meaning of this, what I mean and understand by we need more cows and we need less of milkmen, which means we need people who can deliver, who can contribute. And we are not looking for anyone who's a third party. Milkmen don't give milk. He just take the milk from the cow and give it to us. So this third party, middle people will vanish. The middleman is going to vanish from the ecosystem. And that's what ChatGPT is going to do, which I'm going to explain in the coming slides. So we need more cows. So if you and I become more cows, when I say cow, not in the demeaning sense, but in the sense of giving value to the ecosystem or to our job or to our society or to anything, is how we will make us, we will be surviving in the next, 2 decades or 3 decades of our career. Now, if you see this, mathmen and madmen are generally two words used in the advertising and marketing industry. So if you see this, Sabal Sara mentioned that they're looking at data specialists, data scientists, MarTech professional, these designation and content apart from this last one, all these designation, all these type of people, all these type of resources was unheard in the advertising and the marketing fraternity in terms of agency. Agency never hired a data specialist. You will not find much marketing company, which I'm going to talk in the next few slides. They don't have a data specialist or a data scientist or a martech profession in their company. Large company, more than 1,000 crore company, don't have all these people. They still have this, designers and copy and all those stuff, right? So he mentioned that if we don't have these people in our ecosystem, advertising and the marketing industry is going to fail. This presentation was before the launch of ChatGPT. So what I could relate, what I understand, what I learned from it, what this gentleman told us 2 months back in a conference is what is happening at the present. The present said we find a correlation. Okay. The next one is this one. So most of us, Indian administrative, services, all these words has been there for many, many years. Now we need marketing as a service. So most of this advertising agency word is going to vanish. He mentioned this is Mr. Balsara. You can see he's speaking on the podium. This is the one. He's been respected and a very respectable person in terms of knowledgeable as well as understanding of the ecosystem. He mentioned that the advertising agency and the marketing agency designation are going to change. So so advertising agency are going to vanish gradually. He told that most of the advertising agency in this country, they don't understand anything of digital. They don't understand. Even 70% of the advertising professionals don't understand anything of marketing or digital or anything. So that's the reason when clients are asking, they will not able to. They're all struggling. They cannot. And so their knowledge of digital marketing is only Facebook posting and YouTube and making some post or running a campaign. That's not digital marketing. And that's the reason most of the people are getting fired from the advertising agency because they're all outdated. Okay. And now these are all 50 plus, 40 plus. So they will have a very high bad time surviving in the next 10 months of in this industry. Now this one, let me show you. If you see this is where who is making more margin. This is the margin where gross margin on this side, and this is the revenue of in $1 billion 12 months thing. If you see the lowest are WPP Group, Interpub, Omnicom. These are all advertising agencies, creative agencies, media agencies, right? These are the people, and the people who are making more money and more profit and more revenue are these guys, Accentures and the Deloitte and the Cogentech and Infini, whatever you call it. So Accenture is not the word Accenture. It can be. I will show in the coming slide. These are all IT company who have already converted them into a digital parameter, and their service are very, very modern. Unlikely these people who are still in old world. So most of you, if you're looking for a job in an advertising agency, I think you should think twice, right? So don't look for a package. You will not survive here. Okay. So this is what I see here. Now, this is something I must tell you. I'll make it simple for you. Don't look at all these colorful slides. Only look at the green slides. Okay, the green one, which means the global share of digital format across all media. So if it's a TV media, if you see in 2022, digital format of TV media has become more, which means TV's episodes are cut into Reels and Facebook Watch, and they have moved there and they're making money. Outdoor media, they are using outdoor media. Obviously, outdoor media guy cannot have more than his number of outdoor. So he's saying, okay, if you give me your outdoor, I will print your outdoor. Along with that, we will use we have different screen in different mall or whatever places. I will also put here. So they adding digital into their service. Print, same thing. You will see a lot of newspaper channel have their Facebook page, Instagram page, where also they're making money. So what you see here, the green line, this one, 30%, 27%, 27%, 21%. Even radio has come out of their many important channels and which are very famous and popular. So they have put that into a video format, and there's a coming as Facebook Watch and Lives and YouTube videos. So radio has moved into digital. Think about it. So what you see here, almost 30%, if you put an average of 30, 27, 27, 21, around 5% of the media, of all other media, are also making money in terms of the of digital formats. If you see this slide, I will make it very simple. Only look at the downfall. This is the downfall of this is the blue color. The traditional media. This is traditional media. If you see this one, the downfall of traditional media from 67 to 41. This is a degrowth. Okay. Now this one, this is your same thing, which is print. Print from 14 has become 6. And projection, this is 2022, so it's still below, around maybe 6 or maybe 5.8, whatever. So 14, straight 50% drop. Now, if you see this one, orange, which is a television is 29. And which thing is going? Digital was 33 in the year 2017. It has boomed into year 56. So television has surpassed and bypassed and much ahead of any other media. That's the reason please understand whatever job role you are taking. Please make sure, definitely you don't join a sunset company. Try to get into a sunrise industries where you have digital as, because this is growing. And this is 2017 onwards. You can see this graph. Okay. Next is traditional and digital media share. If you see the share also, the share is gone. If you see this red one, it has gone from 18 to 37, which is almost 40%. And if you see this, the traditional, media, which is from 82 straight to 63, all are dropping except this one. All are dropping, right? And orange ones, TV somewhere same, because penetration is going. It has not dropped far from 35 to 36, which is bypass. What has happened? Now, what happened? Even if TV is here, and imagine that this print media go from 37 to 58. What will happen? The advertising will start moving, shifting from TV to digital. So when the advertising money, ITCs and the Wipros and the digital, all the ITCs of the world, of Pepsi and Coke of the world, if they start spending more money into digital, this will grow. So what will happen? So these are syndrome. These are very highly, significant movement. We see what is happening in the digital. Now coming back to the last one, which is the market cap. Accenture's market cap is somewhere here, whereas WPP Group, which is the world biggest media agency, world biggest, Rediffusion, you name it, all companies are under WPP. So under Omnicom, all this, even Cogentech is 3 times the size of WPP. So this is the market, so this is the gap. If you don't understand this gap, if you think, okay, I got a Cogentech product manager, 40 lakh salary, 50 lakh salary, I am safe. Maybe you are, but if you are joining a WPP Group as a director or Interpub or any agency, it's you should think twice. I'm not saying you should not join, but you should think twice. You should know where you are jumping. So this is the growth. So people will lose jobs in this zone, and people will get hired in this zone. This is a very clear, layman language I can talk, right? Next is gross profit. Same thing. I will not talk on this. I will. You can see this. This is a growth, happening. All the growth are happening, and the degrowth happening in the advertising business. Now coming back to this one, this is something which I want to talk. Now I have broken India into 3 parts. The Indian advertising, marketing, departments. So India is like a triangle. It has 3 parts: tech rich, tech ignorant, or tech poor. Sorry, tech poor, and the last one is tech ignorant. Which means these are the 1% of the company who are maybe 500 crore plus. These are the people who have a digital marketing team, who have a digital, specialist, who have a data specialist, who have a digital special role and have a department. They have already been highly activated, like, Pepsi, Coke, and, Hindustan Levers of the world. They're sorted companies. So this is only 1%. So if you join or if you work here, your life is almost, you will learn here more because they're already in a very disciplined mode. The biggest problem is this, the belly part of the triangle, which is 10 crore or maybe 100 crore, the 25% of these industries are here. Now, how ChatGPT will impact, I'm going to talk. This company, maybe they may pay you very high, because these are, people who are on this level, they may pay you high, 100 crore, 200 crore, or maybe 400 crore company. So don't take a job because of a salary. You will kill yourself. It's also called, career gap or career trap. There's a blog on this, a career trap. If you read it, you will understand. So never joined here in this company. These are the company who don't have a dedicated person, who work with amateur people, not experienced digital people, and low budget. There's no SOP, there's no process. Mom and sister and dad are running shows. These are all family, SMEs, of this company. They're very indisciplined, but still among, so these are my major, whatever I'm saying is based on my experience of meeting more than 200 to 300 people of these segments across the last 15, 20 years, 25 years. So this is my experience. This math is percentage based on my own experience, right? And this is the dangerous part, which is, when I say dangerous, not in terms of they're indisciplined, they don't have any marketing team. The sales and marketing and sometimes HR is also done by one person. These are 75% of the Indian system who will never able to understand anything what ChatGPT do. These are the middle people. Now, how this will impact? Now, if this is the ecosystem, how not only ChatGPT, it's ChatGPT related to any AI, how it will impact is I want to talk. If you see this, the next slide. Now, this I see there's impact happening in the industry, impact happening in profession. ChatGPT or AI is going to impact the people and also the process. So, there are a few things like who is teaching, where he is teaching, how he is teaching, and who is writing or who is doing it, and at what speed the learning is happening. These are the few parameters. May not be absolutely in a chronological order, but these are the something which we see is going to happen in the next 5 to 10 months, not even a year. How are these? If you see this in industry will now demand, just sorry, this is a little typo. They will actually demand more for less. They will be ruthless. Industry will be ruthless in terms of asking for more value. If just now, which I said, they will say you have to be a cow, you have to contribute, right? Now, marketing department is going to shrink. Marketing department will be of less people, right? These are all my prediction. These are all my out of my own experience. This is not a cut paste word. You can see that. Middle level job will gradually vanish. Like middle level job will vanish, I see. Whereas a fresher will get more jobs, but at a lower salary is what I can see because of the AI. Because I'll tell you why. The reason I'll tell you. 2-year MBA will reduce to 1 year because already is happening across the world because no one is giving so much of time. So don't think about the chat. AI is going to teach you. He is going to teach you. He's going to ask you learn things at a faster rate, right? So that's the reason. What will happen is that many business school who will have 1 year, they will have a full class, but people who will have a 2 year, they will be struggling filling up the seats. So this is what is happening across the world. 1 year MBA is getting more and more popular because no one wants to commit so much of time, because people will realize with the help of AI software, you don't need 2 years to learn everything of MBA. You can learn it faster and in a very simple format. Next is rise of tech companies is going to happen, but the price will drop. Influencer will also get hit. Now, influencer will get hit because AI is going to expose fake followers. Now, AI will, if you run all the influencers who used to pay money using, firmware and is to get billions or millions of, followers. Once you put an AI, they will able to, because already there's AI where you can figure out how many people are fake on your Twitter account, how many people are fake on Instagram account. So what will happen? All the true influencer will rise, the fake influencer will fall, because this is happening. Because if you imagine, if a company wants to pay an influencer 1 lakh rupees, definitely they wants to know how many of your followers are actual and how many people are robots or all fake. This is going to happen. It will expose. It will bust. Editing studio, sound studio, production studio expert. These are the industries. These people will actually lose a chunk of work, which will go to the younger people who will learn without understanding and knowing much detail of sound tracking, sound productions, all those stuff through AI. AI going to do that for you. So we see the expert, whoever maybe he's a sound technologist or a sound engineer for 15 years. He cannot charge the same amount of money because many of his money will be way to younger people. Next is book publication. Book publication will fall, right? So we will see in the next few years or maybe 1 year, book publication will, because if you go to any roadside footpath, you will find 20 all the books available at 100 rupees or 200 rupees. You don't need to buy it. You just go to AI and you say, poor dad, rich dad. What are the 20 learnings I can get from it? It will tell you. So what will happen? People will not buy books, and hence the publication will fall. Another thing is that tech reviewer will rise. Lot of DIY, yogi, all the spiritual. In fact, I mentioned here Here, if you see, all these things are, this industry will, this AI will impact such industry. Now let me talk about professions. Teacher will lose their job, bad teacher will lose faster jobs, professors, local tutor, home tutor, local guide, translator, right? Medical transcription, career guide. You don't need to have a career guide or a counselor because AI will take care of it. So the beauty is that you don't need so much of knowledge. Knowledge is going to be free. When I say free, ChatGPT is going to be definitely $20, is going to be $10 or $15 in the coming. They've already started rolled out across the world. It's, I don't know, maybe you have seen it. Now you have to pay around 1,500 rupees per month to do it. So even if you're not paying a yearly subscription, you can use it for 6 months, 7 months, and you can get more information out of any human beings, right? So what will happen? The marketing guru and advertising guru and the web, all these designations or this profession will get a hit because you cannot call, because no guru can read all the advertising book and summarize it and talk and in a forum. But any of your kids who, if you spend 2-3 hours, you can actually use API, ChatGPT API, or to learn 200 books and get a summary of it. So learning is going to be quiet. So these people will be questioned. These people will be, will have a problem in the ecosystem. Another thing is that theory-based teacher will be killed by application-based teachers because historian, like people who are history, you are writing geography, or if you don't have a theory, if you only have a theory, because theory can be answered by ChatGPT, but in terms of application, also ChatGPT will be able to related to that will also tell you how to how to make 20 website process. They will be able to tell you step by step. But only people who have an application base will survive. People who are only theory and bookish knowledge will vanish. They will lose their job because they will not be able to solve it. Because people will not pay for your theory. As simple as that. People will pay if you can solve it in your own, with hands-on knowledge. Mental health and self-healing will also rise. This people, in the sense, mental people who are in depression mode, they're going through a lot of problem. They don't know what to do. Because if you go to YouTube, there will be 200 YouTube videos on how to cure your mental health, but you don't know how to do it because it's impossible for someone to see all the videos. So you can go to AI related to ChatGPT and say, I'm going through this problem. I'm sure all of you know what is prompt. With the help of prompt, you can say, act as a mental health expert and tell me, I am having this problem. What should I do? And what are the 20 steps I should do to come over, recover, or make my mental? So it will tell you. So all these life coaches, chef, interior decorator, all these jobs will be questioned. Now, what will happen? They will not able to charge the money they were charging for such a long time because all these things are going to be free and it will be done by with 1,500 rupees, or maybe gradually we see it going to be like 500 to 800 or less than 1,000 or $10-20 you will able to get this service. Next is book author. A lot of book authors going to come up, right? Novelist, stand-up comedian. For stand-up comedian, now you don't have to, people, you don't have to go out to a place and think what is going to be next stand-up comedian script. So all these things can be easily done by ChatGPT, right? So or similar AI software. So motivational coach, movie critic, poet, rapper, philosopher, UX UI developer, cyber security. All these people will be questioned now because your bookish knowledge, if you don't know how to do it hands-on, will be quite so. So motivational speaker. So what you pay for, or if you see here the people also are going to change the designation role. There will be questions: writer, public speaking, makeup artist, personal shopper, journalist, artist, like anyone. Like imagine there's something I meant as astrology. So you don't need to learn astrology to predict. So you don't need to buy those apps. So what will happen? One AI app will kill another AI app, which means imagine there are 5 astrology app right now available on Google Store or Play Store or Apple Store, and those apps are costing like 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees. Now with the help of AI, with the help of many AI, what you can do, you just take a scan picture of your hand and it will be able to read your customized astrology. So you don't need to pay. So what will happen? So it is going to be a fight between AI versus AI. Music composer, you don't need to be a great music composer. If you have a now, can everybody become an astrologer? Can everybody become a music composer? Yes and no. If you are already a music composer, you will be able to use AI and level your skill in a very different level. A research analyst, lawyer, coder, creative people, or even students. So students' lives are going to change, because right now students will learn how to cheat, but student will not able to solve a problem on a real ground level. So when your boss will ask you, can you solve this problem? You cannot open a chat GPT and say, this is the strategy. It will give you a very general thing, right? It's very difficult to use chat GPT or any other AI to solve your real problem. So that is going to happen. So students are going to get a shock. You can always submit your papers, and you can always, homework can be done through ChatGPT. That's fine, but it will also kill you if you do that. Because you will actually have no knowledge. But if you really read a lot and then use ChatGPT, and then it's going to be easy. Like the way I did this presentation, I never went into any ChatGPT 20 videos, take whatever they're saying, put it in a graph, and then present here in the sun. Then I will be not doing justice to myself also. Now here, the next one is speed. Who is teaching you? This will change. The marketing automation system, adoption of growth, laggards, all the people who are laggards now, they will start adopting. All the people who never, everybody who, all the people I know, a lot of people who don't have a Twitter account, they have an account, they don't log in, they have a LinkedIn page or account, they don't even log in. These are the people who will start trying. Okay, I heard in the reels there's something called ChatGPT, let me try. So laggards will start now using, automation and a software. What I see around in the next few months are happening. Time speed will change. The teaching speed will change. The self-learning will rise. Now you don't need to wait to learn a book or watch a 20 minutes YouTube video or to learn something. Your speed will be very, very high. Paid dependency, human being will reduce. So you will not pay human being to give you any gyan. So you can learn it through AI softwares, right? Video editing, video teaching, oral teaching. Sorry, it's a typo. Video teaching, it's a video online teaching. I mean to say, high quality at the cheapest cost at the fastest mode. This is what is going to happen by related to ChatGPT. Now, what do I mean by that? While all these things are happening, what will also impact? How to survive? If you see this, how will you survive? The question is that you can only survive through this. This is not my slide. I have taken from Jeron. This gentleman had put it on LinkedIn. I found it is very relation. We can correlate. If you are into this zone or domain, that you are a tea marketer or a tea expert, right? Your knowledge is very deep into one, you will not be able to survive. But if your knowledge on a domain is quite broader, you will be able to survive. These are very simple things. If imagine you're just an engineer, only with only engineering deep knowledge or computer knowledge or whatever, you will have a problem in the coming time. But if you have a broad understanding of technology, engineering, as well as different how other platforms, marketing platform works, how you can marry both the things and make something meaningful, it will work. So these are two different things. I found it's quite relevant to this. Next is, now this is what is going to happen. The impact of non-AI is people who are not AI related, who are not believer of technology, who will be laggards, or who will take time to evolve or to adapt. So in the next 2-3 years time, people will get demoted. All these guys, the top company will not pay you 20, 30, 40, 50 lakhs of money. They will say, okay, whatever money you are getting, I'm not getting that amount of job, because you're not working so hard. All are done by AI. So this is a problem here. So I will see lot of firing, lot of demotion, there will be a decline in terms of salary on the top guy. This is my prediction. Because the salary versus ROI will not match, because most of the people who are right now in this zone are 70% not skilled. They are still digitally, even if they are digitally high, but they are not, they are like this. They are basically T-shaped. If I show you this, mostly these are the guys. They're 40, 50, 45, 47, or 39 people. They're not V, they're mostly T. So this zone, we see there's a huge salary and job loss will happen here. And the middle level, what I see here, they will test the AI, but they will pay less. These guys will hire mediocre, semi-skilled type of people, and mid-level guy company will, most of the salary will be not prepared what they should be doing it here. Next is the last level of this guy. This guy will hire the amateur or the cheapest people. They're like, okay, I only want Facebook post from 10 to 20 because you have an AI to do. So most of the people in this zone will get a lot of job, because most of the freshers will do this job. Mid-level guy they will be challenged by software. If you don't understand the software, if you don't know how to use it, you will have a quite difficult time going up in the ladder. People who are here, if you're also not a V marketer, you have to step down. So this is what I see here is happening. Next is, so how do I survive? So the future proof is this: API and AI has to integrate. Which means if you see ChatGPT is just if you put ChatGPT on the background, and if you use your product or your services based on that, it is going to be powerful. In a simple language, I can tell you, Microsoft Bing is going to be a search engine, but it is going to be backed by ChatGPT or ChatGPT 2, 3, or 4, whatever version. Which means if your AI is backed by an API which solves a problem, is going to be the future of, if you will able to future proof your thing. And the second one is V-shaped, not the T1. This is what I mentioned here. Now here, if you see here, a very old picture I picked up. The photographs has been done, YouTube came here, Pinterest took this part, LinkedIn, all the diaries and notes we used to keep, LinkedIn took all this part. Foursquare is no more right now, Instagram, WordPress, Twitter, Facebook, like everything. Or maybe Tumblr, Skype, or what you call it, a video call, Zoom. All this thing has been taken care by technology. And now the technology is going to kill and take your job, provided you are not outdated. So if you're not updated, if you think that with limited knowledge you're going to survive, God help you. Thank you so much. Now I am open for questions.
Attention digital marketers. Level up your skills with free guides and software. Click the links below in the video description to gain access to game-changing resources for optimizing your marketing efforts. Take charge of your success. Click now and dominate the digital landscape.